What's up, guys? Nepenthez here, and welcome back to another Football Manager video. I can't remember where we left off in the last video. I think we was about 4 or 5 games into the back end of into the front end of the season. Sorry, yeah, we were 5 games in from the league, and we were top of the table right there. And after now 17 games, I think, we are still top of the table. So it has been a really, really good run once again. Appreciate you guys being here. Drop a thumbs up on the video if you're enjoying the content. We're going to do another recap here and get a couple of games in. I mean, you can see here by the goals scored, we are on fire. The team we put together is brilliant. I'm a really big fan of it. We're having a few problems with injuries still. And you'll see here we've also got a player called Blakey. So one of the features I have on Twitch for channel points, so just to give people that watch the channel a lot of benefit in the stream, is that you can rename any player that you like in my Football Manager save. It's not something that you can achieve very quickly. It comes after a lot of hours of watching, just for people that have been dedicated to the stream and to the series. And so Blakey used his channel points, and so we renamed. I can't even remember his actual name now. What's his real name? I don't even know where you'd see it. But the Welsh Ebro, as we like to call him, we picked up, and Blakey's named him there. And then one of the lone players, we got RJ, rename him to him. So this guy in general, this lone striker or centre midfielder / striker, has been brilliant. So we're playing him at centre mid at the moment because of some injuries and some suspension problems. He is phenomenal as both a centre mid and a striker. He just works, and he scored 7 goals in 17 games. And you'll actually see in terms of his form, he was scoring like just off the charts, like 2 goals, no goals, 1 goal, 1 goal. We've since been playing him at centre mid as a ball-winning midfielder, and he's got 2 assists in that time, but no more goals. But he's still playing brilliantly. You can see his average rating there is just absolutely fantastic. But let's give you a little rundown of where we were. So the last game was a 5th league game. We beat Woking 2-0 in that game. We then drew 0-0 with Accrington Stanley. We beat Stevenage 2-1 in the Leasing Trophy South Group H. Jaden Harris and Matthew Dowse with the goals. And I'll take you through the team a little bit as well and give you guys a little bit of a understanding of who's playing well, who we're liking, who we're not liking. We lost 1-0 to Wickham, which was a tough loss to take. We beat Burton 4-0. RJ with 2 goals, Glatzel with a goal, and an own goal from Ben Garrett. You remember him? He used to be the youngest ever player in FIFA Ultimate Team as like a 42 rated goalkeeper back in the day or something like that. We beat Bradford 2-0 with RJ scoring 2 and missing a penalty. Of course, now he's in midfield rather than in the attack. We drew 0-0 with Tranmere. We beat Wrexham 3-2 after getting Driver sent off 19 minutes in. So that is a phenomenal result there. A big, big result against Wrexham. We then drew 2-2 with the Solihull Moors. A really frustrating game. A low team. I think they were actually bottom of the table at the time that we drew with them. So that's really frustrating. But RJ and Fulton scoring the goals. And then we beat Crystal Palace under 23s on penalties, which was really good because it meant we actually qualified through the Leasing Trophy, which was the last game we played. We beat Southend 3-0. And Avdo got injured for a fair while. I think he was out for 4 to 6 weeks. But a 3-0 win there. Glatzel, Walker and Whittaker scoring the goals. We beat Oldham 6-1. Blakey and Whittaker with 2 each. Walker and Driver with a goal each. We then lost to Mansfield 1-0. Pretty tough there. And a draw with Oxford at 1-1. And it kind of just shook us up a little bit, brought us back down to earth. But we came back in with Grimsby. A big 4-0 win over them. Glatzel with 2. Blakey and Fulton with goals. We beat Cheltenham 3-1 in the FA Cup first round. Cheltenham are doing all right in the league at the moment. Where are they? They're 15th, and we was 1-0 down until late. Those goals were scored against Cheltenham, 83, 86, and 87 right there. Dowse and Terrell Whittaker with 2 goals in 2 minutes. And then we beat Wimbledon 2-0. So really, really good result, of course, because Wimbledon are in Sky Bet League 1. So to be able to take a win against them was absolutely fantastic, and it meant that we qualified out of the Group H comfortably by 4 points, 2 wins and a penalty win. And I didn't expect that at all. So really, really happy to come out of there. And we're into the FA Cup second round against Walsall, who are 13th in League One. So if they're anything like Wimbledon, could easily get a win there as well, home game, which is quite nice. And then in terms of the league, guys, we are still top of the table, as I say. And what I like when I look at this league table right here is looking at like the player stats and such. We've just got players everywhere in the top. So we're top on goal difference, and our goal difference is wildly better than Peterborough's. We've got the joint most wins in 17 games as well. 10 wins, 5 draws, 2 losses. 35 points with Peterborough. Doncaster on 34. In terms of the playoffs, we're 8 points clear of Bolton already, which is really, really good. And of course, we're expected to finish top half of the table this season. So I would like to hope, based on the first 17 games, that we can get automatic promotion.
What's up, guys? Nepenthez here.
But it's not necessarily going to always be the case because you never know. Injuries, suspensions, fitness problems, so on and so forth could be obviously a bit of an issue. But yeah, when we look at the player overview here, when we look at all of these stats, average rating, Terrell Whitaker is second highest for average rating. Shots, Blakey is there. Red cards, Driver is there. Shots on target, Blakey is there. And we're going to talk about him in a second with that as well. Player of the match now, Terrell Whitaker is there with 3, one behind the top one. Key headers, Blakey with 60, a wild distance ahead of next second place there, which is Humphreys with 47. Chances created is Walker and Glatzel with 10 and 9. Penalty save, Rogerson with 1 out of 1. Just in general, even when we look at assists, Blakey's there with 7 assists, 1 behind the top assister. Top scorers, we've got Terrell Whitaker and RJ on 8 and 7, just behind the other top scorers. Like, generally speaking, key passes, Driver is there. Like, our team is just on form. It's on point. Like, it really is absolutely high, really high with the abilities. And then to look at the squad, guys, we've got Rogerson in goal at the moment. Our goalkeeper, our lone goalkeeper from Arsenal, he got injured for 9 months. So Nick Naylor is out for 9 months, which sucks because he was important for us. He was doing good for us. His average rating was nice. Obviously, the injury supersedes the length of the loan contract, but for some odd reason, we can't terminate his loan until the transfer window. Eventually, we will terminate his loan because right now, obviously, he's taken up wage budget. He's on £775 a week that we just can't. We're just paying for nothing. So we've got about a month and a half or so until the transfer window opens up. So we've got about 6 more weeks of paying him before we can just let him go. And then after that, in terms of the squad, so we've got Rogerson in goal because of that. And now we've got Tom Scott we brought in on loan. Or on, not on loan, on trial. He's good. I wouldn't mind signing him up, but I can't sign him until January. So he's kind of pointless having him even in here. So might as well terminate his trial and re-look at goalkeepers in the transfer window. But we have got Doherty, who is a very nice backup. So I don't mind having him as my backup and having my other goalkeeper as my goalkeeper. At right back, we're currently playing Gavin Armstrong. Very, very good right back for us anyway. Definitely an area we need to improve on for next season, but Gavin Armstrong's very nice. We've got Mark Lloyd in at centre-back, doing so well. Look at those green up arrows. His decisions, his positioning, and his stamina have all increased by at least 1 stat, and everything else is on the up and up. We've got Jake Rooney still in at centre-back as well, 22 years old. His strength's a little low, but he's just too good to not have in the team. We're currently playing Poulin at left-back, and he's doing very well at left-back as well, and we're playing him because of injuries. And then we've got RJ, obviously, at centre-mid, again, because of injuries. We've got Driver as our other centre-mid, a fantastic player. Glatzel doing sensational on that right mid spot. Walker, who I signed to be a centre-mid, we're playing him at left mid because of, again, another long-term injury to Samba. And then we've got Whitaker and Blakey up front. And Blakey is weird. He's got 5 goals and 7 assists in 18 starts, which is actually quite a good return. He has more shots than anyone I've ever seen in this game, really. Can we have a look at his analytics? Where are they? Where's his analysis here? No, we don't want analysis, we want stats. There you go. So in terms of shots, 105 shots, 49 of which are on target, but only 5 goals. That's so weird. That is so, it isn't enough. Does that make sense? It's just not enough. Like, when he's having so many shots and so many on target, you think from 49 shots on target, he should at least have scored 12, 15 or 18 goals. I don't know. Obviously goalkeeper's going to save some and such, but when we look at Whitaker, for example, how do we get to, where is Whitaker? There's Whitaker. He's had 35 on target from only 47. So his shot conversion, his shot percentage on target is really high. And then from his 35 on target, he scored 12 goals. So he's scoring about 1 out of every 3 shots on target, and Blakey's scoring 1 out of every 10 shots on target. So he's just not quite doing as much in terms of scoring goals. But when you actually watch the highlights, what you notice is his hold-up play, the headers that he wins, the passing, it's all brilliant. Like, he just gets involved. There's a reason why his average rating is so high, in spite of the fact his goal scoring is fairly low. And it's because he just gets involved to such a high degree. Like, he is so very good. So our first squad is quite good. We've got Fulton, who we signed to sell, but he is brilliant. I like him a lot. There is good competition between him and Glatzel in that right wing spot. We've got Rodwell, who, again, we signed as backup, and he's just going to remain as just backup, ultimately. We've got Fryatt, we signed as backup as well. We're getting the manager of Reading telling me you've got to play him more and stuff, but I don't really care. Like, if they want to take him back, they can. We've got plenty of cover for him. We've got James Simpson, who is a very good right back. We've been playing him a lot more. Between him and Armstrong, it's very close as to who's the best right back at the moment. We've then got Avdo, who's just coming back off of injury, but this kid is sensational. 20 years old, and he's just got it all. He just plays so well in that midfield. 14 passing, 13 technique, 15 free kicks. His mentals are very good. His physicals, other than natural fitness, are very good. He is very good. And then this kid here, Matthew Dowse, he was signed because I couldn't turn down somebody this good with this good stats that wanted such a small contract. £300 per week is all he's on, but he's actually been brilliant for us in some games. Look at that. In 4 starts and 5 sub appearances, he's got 3 goals and 2 assists. That is a brilliant return for him. So he is definitely one for the future. And then sadly, we've got Liddell, who just can't do anything. He's on 1.1k a week. He's worth 75k. He's got no goals and 4 assists in 4 starts and 12 sub appearances. He just cannot put the ball in the back of the net. I don't know why. I don't know what's stopping him. We then got Samba, who's still injured. He's been out for a fair while. We've got, obviously, Scott is unregistered. We then got Zamura, our left back, who's now out for 1 to 3 weeks. We've got Jaden Harris, our centre mid, who's out for 3 to 5 weeks. We've got Joseph and Robertson on international duty. I like this Joseph guy as well. He's been playing centre mid for us as well. Good physicals, good mentals, and good tackling with decent passing as well. So he's a good balling midfielder for us as well. And then obviously Doherty, the goalkeeper, and Robertson, who again is okay as cover. I'm getting a bit of grief for not playing him enough, but I don't need to play him. I kind of like overestimated how many loans I would need, and maybe if Robertson went, Fryatt went, I'd be happy with that. Just keeping Pulin and RJ. But in general, guys, that's the squad. And as I say, we are just dominating right now. We're still in two of the competitions. We're still in the Leasing Trophy, which the draw should be very soon. We're still in the FA Cup against Walsall, which maybe we score, maybe we don't, or win that game, maybe we don't. But either way, we've done what we needed to do for the board in that one. And we're first in the league with Exeter coming up. So here is the Leasing Trophy draw. I don't know how seriously teams take this, but if we could get an under-23 squad, we might have a good chance of progressing to the next round. So here we are, team sweat. We end up getting Southend. So that's actually, even though we had a bad result against Southend, they're really low in, well, they're 11th now in League Two, but we've got a chance of getting through to the quarterfinals here. So not too bad. But yeah, we've got Exeter in 3 days, guys. So we're going to play Exeter today for this video, and then we're also going to play maybe Bolton as well. 2 tough games for me now, 6th and 8th in the league. So whether or not we stay top of the league, I don't know. And then we've got Walsall in the FA Cup second round, which will be for the next episode. So yeah, we'll get the two away games here in the league. Just to give you guys an understanding of how the team's playing, how well they're playing. Like, they really are just on form. And once again, much like every year, actually, this is our 6th season now, and we've had the same pattern in the first 5 seasons. But we have got an issue where we are dropping points to not just low table teams in a relegation zone, teams that just cannot get points or wins. Like right now, when we look at the league and we look at the table, Solihull Moors have got 12 points now. They've since picked up an extra win. We're one of their draws. We're one of the 12 points that they've picked up. That is just not good enough. You know, it's literally just not good enough. We should be taking teams like that apart. No question about it. But anyway, we get Joel Joseph gets his first cap. That should help his value, actually. It should help his reputation, which is quite nice. and let's congratulate him on his first international cap. I believe he was English as well, and then he decided to register for Antigua and Barbados to get international football. Obviously, we're going to have to deal with that this season as well. I think we've got 3 players that are constantly getting called up for international football at the moment. And there's another injury. Oh, it's Avdo again. How has he been injured again? Injured after turning sharply. Pulled his abdominal muscle. I know we're getting way more injuries this season because we have got what's IPR? Okay, international press. Because we're training more. So, when we were a semi-pro club, we were training twice a week. And so, therefore, the amount of injuries through training was way lower. And so now training every day, the amount of injuries are going to be way higher. But it is unbelievable how many times we just get injuries randomly. Like, it really, really is. So, Rodwell, let's make him next match for 60 minutes. And Zemura, he's injured, so you don't really want to be playing him in the under-23s. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating, the amount of injuries that we are getting through, but we are fortunate enough to the point where we have such good squad depth that it isn't impacting the results of the team. And I also know all the other teams are going to be having these problems with injuries as well. But here you go, guys. Let's get a look at Blakey and Whittaker up front. Let's give our typical... We're underdogs here. Let's go. How are we underdogs? We've been favourites for almost all games. I wonder if they rely on or look at injuries and suspensions and things like that to determine it. And because we're away from home, we'll stay on balanced. If I feel like the game's going against us, we'll go attacking or potentially even, positive or potentially attacking. But Glatzel is away. Counter-attack is on. We've got a 3-on-2. He's got Whittaker down the right-hand side. Whittaker goes all the way, has a shot, and the keeper saves it. There's one thing in this game. One-on-ones already in this game are bad. It's something we've struggled with the whole 6 seasons so far. One thing that bothers me a lot about this game is you can't tell players to square it. There have been so many occasions where we had 2-on-1s or 3-on-1s, and you've just got an easy roll across the box for a tap-in, and instead of it being tapped across the box for a tap-in, like Whittaker there, they'll take a stupid shot. Like that shot from Whittaker was so poor and so weak, it was never going to go in. Whereas if he just cut it across the box, he had 2 players there for potential tap-in, And so, it leaves us... Jesus Christ, that tackle was a bit intense. It leaves us now in a position where if we concede here, we end up conceding because we didn't score a goal that we really should have scored from. But anyway, 15 minutes in, we're creating a fair few opportunities. We're having a fair few shots. We are probably going to concede here, though, aren't we? Oh, he's missed a sitter there, Roland's. But we're having good possession and good chance creation in this game so far. Rogerson there is going to clear it out. There's Walker, plays it long. And here is Blakey. See, look at that. Oh, he's got the goal anyway. But that's the exact shot where I want him to drill that across goal for a tap-in. We've got players running into the box. That's a brilliant finish from Blakey. The second one anyway. Managed to squeeze it in at that near post after I don't want to say a good first save from the keeper because the shot was pretty poor. You expect the keeper to save the initial shot. Oh, he's hit the post there and Poulin can clear it out. And what I've done a lot less of this season as well, which I think has actually had a big impact, is I've given shouts far less than normal. Like right now, my players are composed, they're motivated, etc., etc. I've been giving shouts to them, even if I don't need to. Like last season and the season before, right now I tell them get creative or show some passion or whatever it may be. I don't need to do that now. I don't need to confuse them. Look at that. We've got greens on over half the team. The other players are composed. If we concede a goal or, if they go uninterested or anything like that, then maybe I'll give a shout. But whilst it's all greens at the moment, there's no need to. But here we go with RJ down the right-hand side. Glatzel into Whittaker. That's a good block, that is. He had time to take an extra touch there. But we're not controlling the game. We're definitely favouring the game. Getting a second goal would be nice. Here is RJ, already booked, so I might have to take him off in the second half. Don't lose the ball here. Driver. RJ, I feel like I'm going to lose the ball here. They're putting a lot of pressure on. We've actually found the space out on the right-hand side with Armstrong. Tries to cross it in, falls back to RJ again. This is going to be curtains here. I can feel it. I can just feel we've dilly-dallied on the ball too much. Although Whittaker's going to steal in there, and that is a sensational finish from Terrell Whittaker, his 13th goal of the season. We're back up to top of the table. We're now 5 points ahead of Wickham if the results stay the same. And here is RJ with the corner. There is Driver into Whittaker again. And there is Driver with his third goal of the season. And we're 3-0 up again. No assist on the Driver goal. No assist on the Blakey goal either. But another corner from RJ. And this is why my attacks are just so good. My attack in general is just so good. We've got brilliant players around the whole of the pitch. And we find ourselves 3-0 up away from home to the team that were now 7th, were 6th. So a fantastic first half there, guys. And this is what I mean. Like, if I don't get promoted from this season, I will be super, super sad because we are dominating the whole division. Very pleased. What I do want to do straight away, though, is I want to start taking off the guys that are booked because I don't want any kind of... actually, I don't want Fryer on. Let's bring Fulton on. I just don't want any kind of red card or more suspensions or any issues to create problems with this team or this game here today. But here we go. Fulton is on the field. He's better suited as a cam, but we'll bring him on into the centre midfield role anyway. Here's Glatzel. Glatzel's got a good ball in. There's Blakey, and it's over the bar. And that's another one of his key headers, but chances gone amiss. And are we going to concede a goal here? No, it's going to be another counter-attack. We've got Walker. Just got my tactics perfect for this season so far. 18 games in, 38 points by the end of this game. Here's Armstrong into Fulton. There's Lloyd. Good ball up from Lloyd. Header 1 from Blakey again, but we can't quite get the knockdown. Kennedy on the loose ball, 53 minutes in now. Punts it long. We've got great defenders for it, though. Rooney is there. Lloyd plays it wide, but gives it away. Same as last season, just have big issues with my centre-backs just punting the ball. No matter what I try and tell them, no matter how I try and tell them to be more disciplined or take less risks or play shorter or play wide, they just have a real knack of just punting the ball straight up the field. And with that, let's take off Rooney before he gets sent off as well. Let's bring on Gwyn Robertson and let's bring off Tom Walker as well. We'll actually put let's bring Liddell on. Bring Liddell on down that left hand side. The coaches wanted me to convert him to an attacking midfielder on the right anyway. So we can bring him on the left. Maybe he can use his physicals to create a chance or two. And that's over the bar from Exeter there. So still 3-0 up with 30 minutes to go. Maybe time to start just playing a bit more cautious. Just making sure that we close this game out, wind this game down. 20 minutes to go now. Now we'll play defensive for the last 20 minutes. Again, what we don't want to do here is just throw it away. And what is brilliant again is we haven't used shout at all the whole game. And the team's just played well. And here is Liddell. And he's given it away. Oh, my God. He had a chance to help us counter-attack there. But he's given the ball away. Cooper to Ngoma. Playing some good 1-2s again. That's a good ball in. And that's a good ball out from Pulin. But it's going to fall straight back to the extra centre mid there. And all the way down the right-hand side to John. And we end up conceding a goal to List with 10 minutes to go. Could be a game that ends up turning around here. We've certainly scored lots of goals very quickly, but my team's still good. The body language is still good. I don't feel like I need to say too much. Now we've got minutes left on the clock now, and that is a comfortable victory. Sadly, we wasn't able to keep the clean sheet there, and that goal actually came as well from a little mistake, a little giving the ball away unnecessarily. Wait, is he going to be sent off here as well? He is, isn't he? I thought that was a good tackle, but I think he's going to get sent off. He's been sent off. He just doesn't care about the club, does he? He's just not a very good player for us at all. Even if we concede here, it won't make too much of a difference. We don't anyway. Rogerson with the save. Liddell's going to probably get a 3-match ban for that in the end. We're not going to appeal it. I thought he won the ball, but based on the highlight, it looked like he had done. But it saves me a selection headache, doesn't it? I don't have to worry about playing him or picking him if he's suspended. But another issue, with so many injury problems, so many suspension problems at the moment. Driver's already had 2 red cards this season as well. Glatzel pushing up on that right-hand side. And that is the full-time whistle. So there you go, guys. We get a nice 3 points there. Very happy with the 3 points. Obviously fighting for this automatic promotion. We're now 6 points clear of Wickham. But Burton, Bolton and Oxford do have games in hand to push up on that 6 points. But yeah, 6 points clear there of Wickham. I don't know how Liddell's got sent off. And Exeter promotion bid takes a hit. Liddell banned for 1 match. Let's fine him 2 weeks' wages for getting sent off. We won't appeal for it. Glatzel on form after a good game. And once again, Terrell Whitaker scoring. Let's have a look at the player stats. Look at the top scorers. He's now third behind Tony and Santiago of Wickham. Tony is very, very good. I don't know how he's playing in this league, but still, that's where we're at. So I'll see you guys in 7 days for the Bolton game. And yeah, I'll be right back. All right, guys. Welcome back. We're 1 day away from the Bolton game. And sadly, we have had 2 more injuries in that small amount of time. So Rodwell is now out for what was like 10 to 14 days. And our goalkeeper is out as well for a week or 2. So we are now on our 3rd choice goalkeeper, Matthew Doherty. He's still okay. It is very frustrating. Joel Joseph is back from international duty, which is good. It is crazy how many injuries we've had last year compared to the year before, but this year in general. Wow, Mark Lloyd, that's the first time I've ever seen a 10 in training for rating. That is brilliant. And he is just generally brilliant. Remember when the fans were like unhappy when we signed him? He's on £170 a week, and he's been brilliant for the club. So we're away to Bolton, who are now 6th. They of course were 8th when we played Exeter last week, who then were 6th. See, look, if I talk about it, I say I agree he should have a bit more game time for Friday. He won't. I won't give it to him, but I don't know if we can win away to Bolton as well. You know, our away form has actually been pretty damn good. Bolton are obviously in for playoffs. They're playing a good season right now. We had a week's rest, even though we picked up a couple of injuries during that time. But our run eventually has got to come to an end against these top teams. You know, picking up constant and very good, very easy victories, like 3-1 away from home to Exeter is a really, really good result. Now, first thing to note is Bolton have got some conditioning issues, specifically with their midfielder their defensive midfielder. And their centre-back as well has got a few conditioning problems, and their bench isn't necessarily the best either. So what I'll notice from the first 25 minutes here, though, is that we're not really controlling the game at all. We're being dominated by possession. We haven't created any chances. So this is where I just decide, instead of trying to play defensively, I actually try and play offensively. I try and counter the difficulties by going more aggressive and more attacking. And I think that's what's worked really well for us this season. If they've got 2 injured players out on the field, I think they have. It's worked really well this season, even if we concede here, which we have not. Oh my God, we have 2 banging saves from our goalkeeper, but Eddie Brown picks up his 4th goal of the season. And yeah, this is where now, it's me that got an injury as well. So Glatzel is injured. We're going to take Glatzel off. We're going to bring Fulton on. Because I have got quality players. So if a team is just dominating possession against me, like this, I think Bolton got relegated last season, which is why they might just have a considerably better squad than us. And so we're going to have to kind of attack them with our attack and try our absolute best to get in and create some goal scoring opportunities. We've got the midfielders for it. We've got the attackers for it. We just need to get good enough or lucky enough in front of goal to pick it up. So I'm going to bring Dowse on. I'm going to bring him on for Blakey in that advanced forward role. And I think I'm going to bring Joel Joseph on as well. Instead of Gavin Armstrong out there at right back. Just Gavin Armstrong's natural fitness is a bit low. And so we always lose a little bit out on him. And here we go. We've got Pulin plays it long. Walker picks up the loose ball. Is this going to be a highlight for us? With 20 minutes to go, it'll be a good time to get a goal. Fulton has the ball down the right. Here's Driver. Driver into Fulton again. Fulton drives into the box, shoots and scores, and that is a banging finish from Fulton. Scott Fulton with a sensational goal. Driver with the assist. I nearly took him off as well. And that is exactly why, guys, I fight fire with fire against these teams that dominate me with possession, because we have got such a good attack that I know we'll score some of the chances we create, even if we don't necessarily deserve a point, even if we don't even get a point. Like, now maybe is a good time to go defensive and try and hit them on the counter. But I'm just hoping that we'll get one more opportunity anyway. And here we are in the 89th minute. Walker is whipped in. Fulton loses out, but Joe Joseph has the ball. Plays it into RJ, into Driver. Got space out on the left. Here's Walker, still some space out on the left. Here is Pulin again. He's going to whip this ball in. Takes a double deflection, and now we're actually going to get countered. That is really, really bad play. It's King Harms here. He shoots. What a save from Doherty. Doherty's put in some big, big gloves today. That double save that ended up leading to the goal for 1-0. And then a huge one-on-one save there. And that one's off the post and Joseph clears it. And Fulton can actually break for us here. We've got a good counter-attacking opportunity on. He's down, actually he's taken out there. That should be a red card, I think. It wasn't. And 2 minutes left on the clock now. Is there going to be another highlight? There's not. But I will absolutely take a 1-1 draw against Bolton, where they dominated us, really. 15 shots, 10 on target, 64% possession. That 1-1 is absolutely phenomenal and will go a long way to helping us get automatic promotion. I think a draw against Bolton is very, very good there. And yeah, I don't think we're top of the table anymore. Doncaster are now top by a point, but we've got Peterborough. Still haven't lost 10 wins, 9 draws for Peterborough. That's quite interesting. But again, we've got a good gap between us and now 8th. Southend are now 10 points behind us. So playoffs are looking incredible. We're almost halfway through the season, 4 games to go. Playoffs are looking very good. Automatic promotion is looking very good. Glatzel is injured, another injury. Adam Liddell probably going to get another too-much ban, but we'll put Fulton on there. But that's where we're at, guys. So we've got Walsall next in 8 days, which is obviously the Cup. 8 days. It's good that we've actually had a lot of big breaks between these games. We had Exeter, and then it was 7 days before Bolton, and then 7 more days before Walsall, because that 2-week period there where we end up getting a win and a draw is going to give us a lot of time to get our players back fit and healthy. And our November was generally spectacular. 4 wins and a draw in November. Every month so far has been good. August, just 1 loss, 4 wins, 2 draws. September, 1 loss, 4 wins, 1 draw. October, 1 loss, 3 wins, 2 draws. And for the first time this season, November has been a month where we didn't have a loss. Obviously, December is jam-packed with games. We've got 7 games in December, so that's going to be pretty busy. 2 of them in the Cup, though. So hopefully we... it's going to sound crazy, but hopefully we lose these 2 games in the Cup and we can just focus on winning the league over the next few months of the season. But that, guys, is going to be the end of the video for today. If you did enjoy it, be sure to leave a like, rate, and comment, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.